I mean, it's not the best. It's road water. Not bad. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff floating. Good morning, it's day 40 on the trail. And I thought I'd show you my waterproof socks because they are of course frozen, but I thought I'd show you what I do. Yep, these are them, a little frozen, but they're not super rock hard. So what you do is you just kind of massage them and they'll just kind of not fall apart. I mean, what's the term? Make them more nimble. Basically, you just break up the ice and doesn't become as stiff anymore. So I'll keep doing that, but first, actually what I do is I open up the zipper on both sides, and I like to, like I showed before, get all this ice off the tent. And people always give advice about condensation, but I kept this door open. The problem is, to avoid condensation, you have to camp where there's less moisture, like away from streams, away from lakes. But right now, everything is wet. The ground is completely saturated. Just a little below the ground is just all mud. Snow everywhere, there's running water, there's just moisture everywhere. There's nothing you can do. So you just deal with it. Yeah. So I'll scrape all the ice off and then shake it out outside the screen. It's basically what I do, and that's what I've been doing, and it works great. So that's the plan right now. But before you do that, of course, you got to make sure everything is packed up, that you don't want ice getting all on. Zip up all your compartments, close off the top, and I'll probably move these aside because I don't want them getting wet, although they're gonna get wet soon anyway. There have been these tracks since the campground, but there was none of that before the campground. So I wonder if someone got off somewhere, did some road walking, or got a hitch, and then went to the campground or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But it's nice having a second set of steps. The original set of steps is still visible somewhat. You can kind of tell there's abnormalities in the snow. But then there's another set here. So how did the quilt do, you may be wondering? Well, I pulled my Thermalite liner out and left it near me in case I needed it, but it was great. It was just like I remember, like before, I'd say all the rest of the trail, the middle part was just, there was no down in it. So I remember I kind of like lofted up from the inside and it wouldn't settle because there's no down in there. It would just be fabric. But this time when I lofted it, I could feel all the down in the fabric just like falling down onto my hands and my stomach. And it was nice and warm. I wasn't cold one bit the entire night. So I'm so glad I was able to redistribute that down. I think that was the biggest issue. And I have to say, it feels really clean inside. It's like super soft. I didn't think that fabric could get so soft. But it was pretty nice. So if you're thinking of through hiking Arizona Trail and you have an old sleeping bag or quilt, I'd say make an attempt to wash it and then you attempt to redistribute the down so it works better before you get out here. But yeah, it works great. Now, this out, do you see it? Easy to walk over. It's a groundhog stake. Just sticking in the middle of the trail. One of the mini ones, like my backup one. It's in good condition too. I'm guessing someone camped right here. It's actually quite level. And I mean, it's not dry, but at some point someone must have camped here and just left it there and forgot it. So I'll take this with me because two of my full-size groundhogs, the neck is bending up here because it's thinner, and I've been hammering it in this hard Arizona soil. So I think it's gonna snap at any second. So yeah, I'll take it. Thanks. Look at this big old pond here. Pretty big. Last water report was like 2019. But I guess, you know, with the snow, everything that Could have water, has water, except weird, some tanks don't. I think they just lock the capacity. Something happened underground where the water just soaks through. But there's a trail over there. If I was an absolute purist, I would walk right through there. But I'm gonna skip some rocks here. Look at this craziness. Level trail, just patches of snow on the sides, but the trail has no snow. For a while anyway. I was just thinking earlier that this kind of reminds me of Wisconsin because, I mean, they don't have the ponderosas, but they do have various other pine trees. And they have a lot of rolling hills, like small rolling hills up in the Ice Age Trail area. Well, southern portion anyway. But up here, it's kind of like it. No big, super big hills that I can see. But it's like rolling hills kind of hiking. But lots of pine needles on the ground. It smells like pine. It's quite nice. Wowzers, I didn't even realize I was walking next to this until just now. Huge wall of rocks. I mean, it's, you know, not like Croatia where there's just miles and miles, but look how, it's really thick. Oh, I wonder if that was all part of like the railroad that ran here for the Flagstaff Logging Company that logged up here and brought the logs back down to Flagstaff. This is a really nice portion of trail. Check this out. Look at these rocks they stacked up here. I bet like 90% of the time it has no function whatsoever and people are probably confused, but right now it really helps. Otherwise you're gonna be walking through a lot of mud. And there's quite a decent puddle on the left. None of it's flowing though. I think the snow's melted enough where it's kind of, I don't know, it's puddled here and it just, the ground's so saturated it's not seeping down anymore. But it'll probably be gone in a few days though. Look at this, look at around here. Isn't that crazy? What is that? There's a little patch of snow, but there's hardly anything up here. It's insane. It's like a few miles north of Mormon Lake. It's awesome. Yes, without the snow, the trail is a little bit muddy, especially in the shaded areas where it hasn't got a chance to dry. But I can walk way faster in this than in snow. And I could just kind of zone and just concentrate on walking and go instead of trying to figure out like where the trail is and whatnot. So I really, really like this actually. And I know that every day it's supposed to be warmer, or as warm as today, and it just be sunny for several days in a row, so it's gonna be drier and drier and it's just gonna get better. Lifts up your mood, right? Here's Lake Mary Road. This is about 10 miles for today. It's a little past noon, so I'm doing pretty well. Doing really well. My shoes have so much mud. I actually didn't realize it until I stepped on this asphalt. But there's the gate. Nobody's gonna see me scramble across, I guess. And from here, it looks like we kind of scramble up and there's a little plateau area up there and we stay up there the whole time till we get closer to Walnut Canyon National Monument. So little climb coming here, like 180 feet or something like that. But then after that, I think it's pretty steady. And I'm just hoping all up there is just clear and dry. I mean, it looks great from here. Who knows though? Now that rock looks like a good rest rock. Wish it had a little bit more sun, but I'm gonna sit there and eat lunch and take my shoes off for a little bit. Not bad actually. It's noon just now and I made 9.9 miles. I'm taking a break. So it's actually pretty good. I'd like to go 10.8 miles or so, 21 or so total. I don't need to push it because, I don't know. If I do 20, I could have like 7 or 6 for the last day so I can get to town early, get everything done and leave the next day. Because I'd really like to leave the next day. And then I'm hoping, I mean, if conditions like this keep up and weather keeps up like this, north of Flagstaff, everything's going to be smooth flying. There's a huge climb up there as we head towards what was that mountain? I forget. But there's a mountain up there, and we head towards a trail that goes to it. And it's the highest point on Arizona Trail, and it goes back down. And I'd like to just maybe the first day, I forget the miles, I just want to get over it and get down and start getting down before the end of the day, just because I don't want to be stuck too high up if any winds pick up. There's supposed to be some winds coming up, but the weather itself is going to be pretty nice. Now, of course, when you're higher up, it's going to be a little colder, but I don't know. So far, it's going to be, I have high hopes that I'll finish this off maybe 12th, 13th, or 14th of April. We'll see. Yeah, it was just a straight out climb, but look at this. Super level, huh? I don't even see any snow. On the right a little. I'm gonna have to start paying attention to the water reports actually. There still aren't that many water reports, so it's hard to tell. There's only a couple, but I should probably filter water next time I see it, just in case, because it doesn't look like there's gonna be much snow melt here and there. I don't see any puddles, and it just is level ground. Yeah, I'll have to start paying attention with the water. Just earlier, we had just water aplenty. Water crossing the trail everywhere. But up here, there are very, very few patches of snow. And in fact, this is the first puddle I've seen in quite a while. And a few water reports are relatively recent, and it doesn't sound good. I'm only down to a half-liter water, and I think there's gonna be water at the campsite I'm going to, although it might be a bit of a walk. I'm gonna get 2 liters just to be safe, because I don't know what's up ahead. And it's starting to get really warm. I'm starting to sweat. I have shorts on, and I'll start drinking more water. So, I mean, it's not the best. It's road water, but the road's been closed a long time, and it's still closed. So I think it'll be okay. Watch, it'll be a nice, beautiful spring. It's just a half mile up, but no, I'm gonna get water here. Muddy. Not bad. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff floating. Not the best. All right, let's see what this backflush looks like. Yeah, to be expected. The mud is starting to get really sticky now, but check it out. Right ahead. I believe those are the San Francisco peaks. We're going to be heading on the west side of that. This is actually the view that the trail angels that hosted me for a few days that they get out of their dining room and their master bedroom. Amazing. Of course, they're way closer. They're much, much closer. I'm still like 30 miles away from Flagstaff, so, but yeah, beautiful, isn't it? So much white. There was a lot more white below it, the snow line, but it looks like it's melting off, so it's good. It's good. I think I see horse tank in front of me, way out there, and it looks pretty dry. Here and there are still road puddles, but I don't know how much longer that's gonna last. Probably gone before this video comes out. But I guess maybe tomorrow's people can get it, but after that, it's tough. There's not much water up here, and the sun is just, whew, it's cooking. I'm sweating now. Big change from this morning, freezing. It is so clear up there today. You could see so easily. I bet from their backyard it must look absolutely amazing right now because it's so clear. Wow. It just stands out. It's 3:30 and I have about 4 more miles to get to the spot where I was planning on camping tonight. They say there's a lake there, but the water might be only accessible from the other side. I don't know how much further I might have to walk for that. So since I only have 4 miles and I'm just shy of 2 liters, I think the next time I see a decent water source, I'll just get 2 more liters and that'll be good to camp out. I'm not sure what it's gonna be like in the morning, or where the next water source is after that. But it'll be cold, and I usually don't drink much in the morning, so I think it'll be good. And I don't want to push too hard. I'm gonna be there at 5:30, but after that, it's only like 26, 27 miles to the trailhead, and there's really no point pushing too hard and get there like 8 o'clock on the second day. So I'm just gonna do like 20.8 today, maybe another 20, and then I'll have like 6 or 7 miles to the trailhead. If I get any closer, I'll just be camping too close to the trailhead, and it's always busier and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. Next time I see a good water source or camp. So we shall see. 2 more hours. We finally get a view of Upper Lake Mary. There's a dam over there, actually. It's a tiny little dam. There used to be a stream that ran all the way down to the other Lake Mary, but it's all dry. All dry. There's no water up here. There's water down there, but it's really far. I'm hoping the lake where I'm planning to stay at has some water that I can get to. I'm less than a mile from camp, and I haven't seen any water except this. Road water. Here's a road. It's a big ditch in the ground. That is actually the biggest pool of water I haven't seen in a long time. I saw these cars up here, and I was hoping there'd be a cache or they have water or something. I haven't been drinking because there's hardly any water, so I'm super thirsty. So I'm gonna chug this down and filter like 3.5, maybe 4 liters. And I'm gonna go a little further and then camp. But thank goodness. I know there's a lake near the spot I was gonna camp, but you have to walk quite a bit down this road to go get access to it. And I'm guessing it's really, really low, just like every other lake around here. So this is actually a blessing. This dirty road puddle. So glad. Just appreciate the little things, you know. Well, I got like 3.5 liters I drank extra, and I have 1 more mile to the lake trailhead. That's where I was gonna camp. But from one of the comments, they said like car campers go here, and weather's been nice. There's been a lot of cars driving through. I hope I don't get too many visitors, but I mean, there's a site right here, but there's a parking lot right here. I don't want to be too close. We'll see how much better the other site's going to be. This might be better, actually. Who knows? It's closer, that's for sure. This is the road that would have taken you to Marshall Lake, and I can't even see it, really. It could be dry too, who knows? So super thankful for that huge puddle that's in the dirt road. But we're heading this way. Earlier I said that someone said that people car camp there, but I don't think anybody's gonna be here because all these logging roads are closed because of all the mud. The Forest Service would rather keep it closed for a little while longer until it dries up than let people drive through here and just rip everything apart, and then they'd have to fix it. So we're almost there. I reported this water source on gut hooks. I mean, I would get water out of it. If there was no pool at the road that I was at, I would definitely get water out of this one. It's probably still beats going all the way down to the lake and maybe not even have water at the lake. So, yeah. Here we are at the trailhead. There seems to be a loop up there, but there are other little side roads. I think they were right about people coming here to a car camp. Oh, there's some snow and there's like a little puddle actually. I could have gotten water right there. But there are other turnoffs I saw. Further, there were like forest roads and then several turnoffs and fire rings. So I bet it does get busier with people car camping out here when the roads are open, but the roads are closed. So let's find a nice dry spot. The winds are coming from like the south and the north sometimes. That's weird. It changes, but yeah, let's find a nice flat dry spot. We'll have to go away from the snow and settle down for the night. Well, there it is, with just a few minutes of sun left. So I got it up. I'm gonna start moving my stuff in and ooh, look at that sun. And take off my shoes. I think my shoes are actually dry today. I think tomorrow I'm gonna have to go with the regular Injinjis. It's pretty crazy. As soon as I crossed that street, Lake Mary Road Street, and then came up here, it was just like a different world. Very little snow, not much water at all. All the tanks are dry, which is crazy. What's odd is because of that snow, all the ground is just moist. Everything's kind of muddy feeling, but the tanks are all dry. It's kind of sad. Like, where are all the animals gonna get water around here? I hope they don't drink up all the two puddles I saw. But all right, let's go inside.